dead. The West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands. Deep up in the trenches. It's no difference. Fourth and inches. I'm finna.
Today, it's Madden NFL football. It's week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you into Paycor Stadium on the riverfront here in Cincinnati. Today we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Cincinnati Bengals. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 19 carries, 126 yards, and a trip to the end zone as well.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept them short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes? I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM that always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you. They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing. Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball in the turf at your running back speed. I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taking it about the 36. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. The numbers for Mixon last week. 12 carries, 103 in the yardage department. And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Again, it's Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He finds his man, complete. That's Burgess. That one good for 26 and a first down. Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
11. 54 right there. 54 Mike. I'm coming after you.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Touchdown, Bengals. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a Bengals score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Raiders heading out to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Back to Renfro again, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Carr. On the move past the 40, and the tackle going to be made at the 38.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 29. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. Into the red zone. It's Carr. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
He's got Renfro on the out route. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Carr again. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. So give him the first down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Raiders. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bengals offense returns to the field. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Now on 2nd and 13. Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Now Burrow down around his goal line, sliding out of the pocket. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's A.J. Cole now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taken right around the 44. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Throwing on first down is Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Here's Jacobs. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow, they'll roll him out right. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
The partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Burgess. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down. Burrow looking to pass. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Jefferson with a great grab. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they grabbed the lead just before half with a clock reading 0-0-0.
How about snatching things right at the end and grabbing a little bit of control? What a great way to go into the locker room. It's similar to a boxer flurrying in the last 30 seconds of a round and stealing the round. Great job.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So we've come upon halftime here. We're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself, at this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Rolling to his left.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase,
73 yards. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And right side, they're going to go option here. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. Now Carr.
The slant connects with Devontae Adams.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. From just shy of midfield, Carr, the left side throw complete to Adams.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down. To throw is Carr. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Carr now to throw.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Deron Payne make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Carr looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ford. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Now Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. It's a jet sweep. This is Renfrow. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Hunter Renfrow, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. First down. Here's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Carr now on first down. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Here's Carr to throw. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Now it's Burrow. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle.
But he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
Steps away. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase
with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. McPherson on for the point after.
It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Carr going to throw.
Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. the gun, it's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ford. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral.
He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. 53 yards on the ground for him so far.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And this one is right through. And the Bengals are going to get out of here with a W.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Cincinnati, they moved to 9-7 on the year with one game remaining. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My ace spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data saying anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters. This ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They should have cred with it. You either fight or flight. I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died or fed millions. With soul food flowed and stock my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos. Knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's you heard, we eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad. Pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slayer. Pay what it cost for the tail, extra with the band. Young Chris, a king, better add extra on the... I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Keep my way up, get off, go up, get off, go. If I touch it, then it go, then it go. I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Keep my way up, get off, go up, get off, go. If I touch it, then it go, then it go. He for the park and they know I'm in prison. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my boy heavy. I'm the best and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching the but I don't